Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how I make my air dry clay with only two ingredients. I will be sharing you two recipes, one without glue and one with glue. So let's get started. So the ingredients you're going to be making for the first air dry clay with glue are, you will be needing any talcum powder and any glue. Let's start. This is how the clay looks like when you make it. Mine has a little bit lumps because it has dried a little bit. But the one you make will not have lumps. So let's see the recipe. You will need a mixing bowl, a mixing spoon. You will need Fevicol or glue and any powder. I am using BoraPlus ice powder. You could use any talcum powder of your choice. Let's see the recipe. So first, put some glue of your choice. You can use any glue. I have put some glue in my mixing bowl. I want more, so I'm just going to take it from here. I have added all the glue from the spoon. Now, the next step is you have to add small quantities of your powder. You could use any powder. Add small quantities at the side and mix it with the glue. I'm adding more of the powder and mixing it in the bowl. When you see that the clay leaves sides a little bit, you could add small quantities of more of this powder, and then it will form like clay. So, as you can see, it has stopped leaving sides. Oops. As you can see, it has stopped leaving sides. This will, when it stops leaving sides, it should look like this, and it should stick to the spoon a little bit. Take out all the sides of the powder and glue so that it will be clean and you won't waste any of your clay and slime. So, yeah. So, add little bit more powder. Even if it stops leaving sides, add little bit more powder into your spoon. If you want it to be clay slime, if you want it to be air dry slime, then you don't have to add this powder. If you want it to be air dry clay, you could add the powder. But if it's still sticky, you could keep on adding the powder until it doesn't stick to your hands and it's like slime. This is air dry slime. This is very nice. It will look good. You could play with it. At the same time, you can use it for arts and crafts. So, yeah. Now I am taking it off the spoon since it's not kind of sticking. And I'm going to play with it. I'm going to play with it. I'm going to play with it over here, as you can see. Put some powder on your working space or into a bowl. So whenever you need the powder, you don't have to take the powder from the box. You could take it from the floor. And so that it won't become a big mess. So just knead it like so. I am taking more powder so that it doesn't stick to my hands. When you play with it, it should be, if you want slime, when you play with it, it should be like this. If you want clay, it should be hard like this. I have also made another batch. It had dried. Since it is nothing but glue, it dries very fast. This recipe is only with glue and only less powder. So that's why this clay dries very fast. And don't play with the slime if you want it to be slime. Don't play with it much. And after you're done playing with it, put it in airtight container and an airtight bag. So, yeah. Here I have the slime. I'm going to put more powder for the sides. As you can see. This clay dries super fast, so you don't need to put it you don't need to wait for 24 hours for it to dry. As you can see, I have made this 15 minutes ago and it's already dry. See, it is very hard to stretch and it's tearing apart. So yeah, I'm going to put some powder on my hand, just a little bit of powder, so that I can knead it through my hand because it's sticking to my hand, as you can see. When you are done, it should look like this. It won't stick to your hands how much ever you press on it. It is slime and it is also clay. So let's see the tips and tricks for what to do and how to keep it not drying for this clay. First, let us take our butter test to see how much nice this clay is and slimy it is. Put some powder on a surface. Don't put more powder, just put little bit like this and spread it on the surface. Now take your clay and roll it into a ball and put it on a flat surface. Then hold it with one side like this and take your knife and spread it. If it comes like this, that means this clay works and it is also used to play with slime. Now let's see how to color this clay. You can use any colors. You can use any colors to color this clay. I am using Fevicryl red color. I am going to open this and put the color. As you can see, just take some color with your finger or the tube and put it on the clay simply. And just mix it like this. Since this clay stretches, use this kind of motion to mix the clay. I have added more color. Let us mix. You can actually and literally use any colors to color this clay. You can use watercolors, poster colors, acrylic colors, and you can use markers, chalk pastels. My simple favorite one is acrylic colors because it's very easy to mix in with. You don't need to take lots of time. When you add the color, it mixes very fastly. As you can see, I have a dark color. Now, when you want to mold this clay, put some powder on your surface and spread it. And put some powder on your hands so that it won't stick to your hands. And you can just mix it like this and you can play with it. If you want to make something, you have to put powder on your surface and on your hands. If you want to just play with it, you could play normally. It's fine. Now I'm going to make a shape with this. This is my homemade clay cutter. You can watch the video on how to make this. I'm going to use this glue gun stick as a rolling pin to roll my clay. Let's see. It rolls out nicely. You could also use a knife to roll it because it worked in the butter test. So, when you roll it, take the cutter and cut it. When you put the cutter on, just shake it like this so that when you open it up, it comes out nicely. You could also keep the cookie cutter on and remove it like this so that it won't like the clay the clay shape will not go into the clay again. Now when you open it, it will be a little bit sticky, but since it is like slime, it's not coming for me. But if you add more powder, as I told you, it will come. It broke a little bit because I added too much glue. I'm going to add more powder onto the clay and mix it in. Even if you add powder, it will be less sticky, but it won't turn like clay. Now let's see how to store this let's see where to store it and how to store it. Store it in room temperature. It will be good for 3 to 4 months. Store it in airtight bag. And airtight container. Now let's see the recipe. Now let's see the crafts I have made with this clay. I have made this craft. I will share a video on how to make it. Since I have already made it, I will just tell you how to make it, and I won't share a video on the tutorial. So yeah, this is the only craft I have made with this clay, but it still came out nice. Thanks for watching my video this week on my channel. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share. See you next time. Bye. And stay tuned for my craft recipe or tutorial. Here is the craft, as you can see. And you can find my cookie cutter recipe in my channel. Just click on the icon of my channel's name, and you can find it. Bye. And stay tuned for my other videos.